Hello, welcome to week 2 of the course. This week things will proceed just like last week pretty much, except the rockabilly paper is due on Sunday night by 11:55. So make sure to get your research done, write your paper, and get that handed in by, sent in by 11:55. That's p.m. on Sunday night. This week the videos include a lot of well-known stars from the textbook: Ray Charles, Sam Cooke, Jackie Wilson, Roy Orbison, James Brown, Buddy Holly. A lot of great reading there. That'll be fun. It's fun to see these artists and learn about them in the early stages of their careers. We'll study the significance of Alan Freed, who was in Cleveland. His influence as a DJ was quite profound. The video I've included includes him singing with a R&B kind of band. He has a sax player stand up and take a solo, and he kind of shouts out words like rock and roll boogie, and it's strange and kind of fun, though, to see a DJ that thinks he's a musician all of a sudden. Then you've got Wolfman Jack down in Texas, making quite a scene, and then of course Dick Clark with American Bandstand, and he was the pretty boy that became very, very famous, and I suppose Dick's probably pushing 80 now, but and still in the media to some extent. But these folks really drove the development of top 40 radio, top 40 AM radio, and media's influence expanded greatly. The Marvelettes, I've got a film of them, and I placed a film of the Beatles right after that, both groups doing Wait a Minute, Mr. Postman. The Beatles ripped off the Marvelettes almost part for part in the arrangement, and admitted it. John Lennon loved the Shirelles, the Marvelettes, groups like this. And I like to draw these comparisons between the early American women artists that the Beatles were highly influenced by. The Chiffons, that's another group, and that's an interesting influence. In 1963, the Chiffons came out with He's So Fine. And in '69, George Harrison wrote My Sweet Lord. And the Chiffons said, wait, that melody sounds a lot like ours. And the courts upheld that ruling and determined that Harrison had ripped off 75% of the content of the song. And as it turns out, he ended up paying the Chiffons $500,000, I think. So I don't think it was intentional. I think it was subconscious, but nevertheless, it imitated their music. We've added regional and ethnic influences like the Italian-American influences. We've added in the readings this week Cleveland, cities like Chicago with Curtis Mayfield and the Impressions doing very impressive work. So we've had the Mississippi Delta, Philadelphia, Chicago, Cleveland, Texas. All these areas are developing regional identities, gaining prominence. But they're still Americans. That will change soon. I'm going to leave you with a little guitar riff that is based on something that my brother and I learned when we were very young, when we first started playing guitar. And it's really, it developed into what I'd say the song by Ray Charles on the video. And we learned it because it was simple. You just really played one finger. Like that. And it was easy to pick up. A lot of folks started playing guitar back then because of the simplicity of this. Ray Charles just sped it up, made it slightly more complex, and put a band behind it, and had Tell Me What I'd Say. And that's how it goes. It's easy. A lot of people did it by the hundreds of thousands, and rock and roll, that's the grip that it just grips you. And it certainly did me and many others like me, and I'm sure you too. So anyway, enjoy this class. Continue to let me know if I can help you as you develop your papers and your ideas and your presentations. So hang in there and have a lot of fun.